What's up, everybody? This is your boy Krusty, and we are back in Schedule 1. This was a requested video after my last barn video, setting the barn up and making it 100% automated. And so the request was to do a Coco one. So here it is. This is about as clean as I could get it, but it is fully automated. Like I said, all you got to do is do your little orders and wait until it's done. Come pick up your product. And so what I did, let me go ahead and show you. By the way, let me mention that the barn tutorial, when I had a little bit of issue with the chemists, it's because I am playing it modded, and I didn't realize that the chemists only really have 4 machines that they can handle versus the 6 that I've been using. So if you're gonna follow my barn tutorial, add one more chemist. We did have one extra slot. Add one more chemist. You'll have one that could do all the cooking, and then one that will do the first 4 mixes, and then one that will do the last 4 mixes. That's really the only change you need to make. That being said, what we have here, not everything you see here, like these shelves right here, are not used. They're just there for extra stuff. This is being used, as you can see, to store the bricks. But, so let me show you around. So basically what's going to happen, we have, obviously, a trash collector, because you got to keep this place clean over here after the botnets are done. We got our 6 pots. I'm not sure if these are the best ones or not. I think I saw some that were saying it was, and I don't know. It's just I'm using. It looked like I'm actually out of the stuff, so I'll show you how to get that set up. But yeah, so I've been using all of the products. That's why there's nothing growing right here, is because he doesn't have all the little speed grow and all that stuff, fertilizer. So I got to order that. But that's how it goes. You'll have one chemist, or one botanist, doing the 6 plants down the side, plus the 2 drying racks right here. Now, when he grows it and he picks them, he doesn't just go straight to the drying rack. He puts them on this shelf right here. As you can see right here, I'm pretty much just doing all standard because, well, that's what's been growing apparently. And then we've got all this stuff going there. I do believe I have this set up just to try to speed it up. Yeah, I've got fertilizer across here for the first 4, PGR, speed grow. I got the long life soil, and then up down this row, so it's 4 of each. But that's because I'm using modded storage. You can figure out how to do it on your own if you're just doing this vanilla. But anyways, for this one you will need 1 cleaner, 1 botanist, 3 chemists, and 4, is that right? 5 handlers. Yeah, that's all 10. So like I said, let me start here. I've got these 2 right here. The only thing they do is basically stock. Now, I couldn't do the thing where I have like back stock for the ingredients here. I tried to make it work, but I just don't have enough employees and handlers to do it. And I tried to set this up as if it was, you know, vanilla with no mods. So that's why I have 3 handlers, or 3 chemists instead of just 2. So what's going to happen is these guys, let's see, this guy right here, he's going to go from loading dock, I think it's supposed to be 2. For some reason, both of these are showing up as loading dock 0. But he's going to go, 4 of them, he's going to go from loading dock 2, and he's going to go just straight to the one behind the mixing station and stock those. And he's going to do the first 4, and then large storage rack to cauldron. Okay, so I've got him. He's taking the gas from here and putting it in one of the cauldrons. And then this other guy right here, he's doing the last 4 mixing stations, stocking from the loading bays, and then he's doing the second cauldron from the gasoline one there. All right, and then we got this guy. Let's see, he's got. Let's see, he's got. I do believe what he's doing is he's loading from loading dock 1 to this rack right here to bring all the supplies in for the coca and the soil and all that stuff. And then on his other one, if you see, he's got another loading dock one there. He's going from loading dock 2 and he's stocking the gasoline here. Okay. And then if you see his other ones, the other 3, he's actually got the last 3 mixing stations. I think I did him last. So what he's doing is he's doing these last 3 on this side, stocking the ingredients from here to the mixing station, here to the mixing station, here to the mixing station. Alright? This guy right here, he just stocks from the first 5 along this side. He just stocks the mixing station from the large storage racks behind it. I just saw him. Okay, so this guy right here, this last handler here, you see he goes large storage rack to drying rack. He's the one that's taking the supplies that, or the leaves that the botanist puts on this shelf, and he's putting it on each one of the storing racks. Now, the botanist still has to come over and hit the dry button, basically, to start it. As you can see, you put it there. The only reason why this is here is because this takes so long. We needed like a buffer so we could fill up we could fill this rack. That way we could wait. Alright, so now we come back to this guy. He's got those 2 assigned. And then large storage rack to large storage rack to large storage rack. Okay, so his other job, he is the brick press guy. So he handles the brick press. It goes to this first rack, and then the other ones is from here to here, here to here. And if I remember right, he's got one more job, which is from this storage rack to this storage rack, because this is the actual storage rack that I'm using for the botanist's supplies, as you can see. And when that gets empty and it's needed something, that guy comes in, he grabs from this one, which I think he's about to do right now. You should see it firsthand. I think he's grabbing some seeds. He grab it off that one, put it there. So that's the handlers, that's the botanist, and the only thing left really is each one of the chemists. As you can see, this first chemist has both lab ovens, both cauldrons. This guy has 4 of the mixing stations, and this guy has the last 4 mixing stations. I do still have them staggered. I wholeheartedly believe that that is the best way to do it, so they're just not fighting each other. And while this one's starting this mix up, this guy could be, you know, starting a mix up that she just put in there, you know? So I feel like that's the quickest way to do it. I think I just heard a ding, so you should be hearing, yep, a chemist come in. She's about to start her deal. Probably take it to one of the mixing stations after she breaks it up. Oh, nope, it was the cauldron that dinged. Okay, so she's starting her actual cook. You'll see that. Bam, bam. She should go get the other one, I would assume, after she stares at that one and makes sure it's going for a second. There you go. So that one's going to take a little while. And like I said, this isn't exactly going to pump out massive quantities of Coke like super fast. You're not going to be sitting there making $80,000 a day or whatever they say. This is the goal in this one is to have a super clean looking setup that also is fully automated. I don't want to do anything except for order products and come over here and pick up bricks. As you can see, I've done 14 bricks. I'm calling it booger sugar. Now, if you come through here and you look at what it was actually done, the suggested price on this mix is $735. You can go actually above, I think it was like 1050 or something like that, that was the times 1.5, but max they'll allow you to sell it for vanilla is $9.99 a brick. That being said, that's $20,000 a brick. And I currently have, with just setup, 14 of them. So do the math on that. 14. Well, let me do the math real quick, shall I? Let me get my calculator out. We got 20. Well, let's be exact, right? I got 19 or 9.99 each times 20 in a brick. That's exactly $19,980 per brick. Times that by the $14 bricks I already have, that's $279,720 worth of cocaine sitting right there. And that was just during setup. Yes, it took me a while to set it up because I couldn't figure out how I wanted it to be, because I'm a real big fan of like symmetry, and obviously this is more of an asymmetric design, being that you're growing down this side and mixing on this side, and you got 2 rows over here with 1 row over here. It was just a nightmare. So anyways, for those vanilla players that need the lockers, I got it here. 5 lockers on each side. This is like the locker room on each side. I just threw a random storage there. I also added a lot of lighting around here just because I wanted to be able to see well. You know, I went to that blue balls or whatever they call it and just added lighting galore. And that one's apparently pretty crooked. Yikes. But yeah, so wow, they're all crooked. Wow. Anyways, so I just added a bunch of lighting so I could see around the place, make it look better, make it look nicer. But as you can see, everything's working out as intended. I'll go ahead and skip along just so you can see the mixing done. I'll go ahead and set myself up out of the way, and we'll be back. Seem to have a bugged out chemist there. She stuffed a little bit too much in. Got another one coming over to help her out. I get her unstuck, apparently. Restocking the stuff. Might be having a little bit too much fun with each other. Alright guys, I just wanted to come back for this real quick because as you can see we have a bugged out chemist here, so I'm going to just go ahead and give him a nice little punch and see if he can fix him. Maybe I'll even sleep till the next day and see how it goes. Okay, apparently if you talk to him, he might fix him. There was something's definitely wrong with him, so I just had to kind of get him fixed real quick and see kind of what was going on. That being said, let's get back to that time lapse, shall we? I think that old man might have some kind of mental issue. Forgetting stuff or something, because it's the same guy over and over getting stuck. Alright guys, we're about to see the last bit of the action here. We got the Coca, the finished product on the brick press. Comes in, stacks it in the brick press, runs it down, almost smashes his hand, puts it on the first shelf, takes it off the first shelf, puts it on the second shelf, takes it off the second shelf, puts it on the third shelf, and that, my friends, is done because I want to be able to back it up. Once this shelf is full, it'll back up onto this shelf, and then once that one's full, it'll back up onto this shelf, and once those are full, wow, at the money you can go and get. And that, my friends, is the fully automated 8-ingredient, super clean cocaine warehouse. And I'm using the same ingredient mix as I did on the meth build. You got your oil, your Coke, paracetamol, gas, horse juice, back to Coke again, mega bean, and battery. Anyway, I guess, like I said, guys, that's the full automated 8-ingredient cocaine warehouse. Like, share, subscribe, and until next time, have a good day. Peace.